Hey everyone, it's Argonath here from The Right Way, and well, not a surprise. Police have laid charges following Golriz Ghahraman's shoplifting allegations. So remember, if you like my content, please subscribe. It just helps with the YouTube algorithm, and also click the like button, that will help as well. And if you want to be notified of any new videos, then click the notification bell. So let's have a look at what's happened today. So, police say they've charged a 43-year-old woman following investigation into shoplifting, or shall we say theft, because that is pretty much what shoplifting is, and she will appear in the Auckland District Court in February. Obviously, the police did not name the person, but we know who we're talking about: Golriz Ghahraman, former Green MP, and very left-wing socialist MP at that. A group of police officers met with former MP Golriz Ghahraman in her Auckland home on Wednesday after having stood watch outside the property since early morning. It follows her resignation this week after multiple allegations of shoplifting or theft emerged. A reporter at the scene said the unmarked police vehicles had been waiting outside the house in Greyland since at least 7 a.m. Not too sure why they were waiting. Surely she was in the house, or maybe she'd gone somewhere and they're waiting for her to come back. But who knows? On Wednesday afternoon, Ghahraman was seen, that's today, Ghahraman was seen greeting 5 police officers at the gate before entering the house with 4 of them. She looked forlorn but smiled at police when she introduced herself, the reporter said. The group of police was seen leaving the house a short time later with a brown paper bag. Police can confirm we're at an Auckland address conducting inquiries as part of our ongoing investigation. I wonder if, well, I guess it's probably evidence, but maybe it's some of the goods that she was alleged to have stolen, but who knows, because apparently she did return some things anonymously, whether she returned it or someone else did, but maybe not everything was returned. Be interesting. Neighbours have said she's been a lovely neighbour and they feel sorry for her and wish her the best. Ghahraman resigned on Tuesday, effective immediately. In a statement, she said she took full responsibility. No, she didn't. She didn't take full responsibility because she tried to say what things apparently affected her and caused her to do this. If you're taking full responsibility, you don't need to say all that shit, as I explained in my previous video, right? The only reason you're talking about your mental health and all these other issues is you're trying to make it look like that there were other reasons for your offending, and that's not taking full responsibility, right? And I don't believe that at any time in her written statement that she made, she actually apologized to the victims of her crime, alleged crime, shall we say, because she hasn't been convicted yet. But why would you step down from Parliament if you haven't done it, right? But she didn't apologize to any of her victims, who were the stores that were involved in the theft, right? And you can see across all the mainstream media that all of this about seeking medical help, being under mental anguish, getting death threats and racist things and misogynist things. Yes, that's going to happen, and it happens to the left and the right. But you don't see people going around shoplifting, but we do have things more likely on the left for people to do crazy things than compared to the conservative people on the right. If you're finding that all of this stuff you're getting online and abuse and stuff, then hire someone to deal with that for you. It's not hard, right? Put all your things private so you don't get things. Have someone, employ someone. You're on 180 grand a year. You can employ someone to do this stuff for you, right? So, I don't think that her, well, no, it wasn't even an apology, that her statement was very contritious, and I believe that she was just trying to deflect about what's been happening. But at least we know she's now been charged, but who's to say whether those charges will actually carry on and it will go to court, and then who's to say that she won't get off and get something like a discharge without conviction. But what will that kind of send to all the people. Now, on this contrition of her resignation, let's have a look about what David Farrar is saying on Kiwi blog, which I think is a really good blog if you want to read some stuff which have more conservative values. So David blogs, the most uncontrite resignation ever. The press conference by the Green co-leaders over the resignation of Golriz Ghahraman for alleged theft was incredibly tone deaf. You would have thought that Ghahraman was the victim rather than the actual victims. That is absolutely correct. They're just desperately spinning this to try and get her as much sympathy as they can. And you can see that all the MSM media is complicit in this. TV1, TV3, Radio New Zealand, The Herald, Stuff, all of these are all towing the same line. Trying to excuse what happened as being due to stress from the job is insulting to all the people who are already very stressed but don't thieve from shops. Exactly. Think about all the other people around New Zealand who are working 50, 60, 70 hours per week in hard manual labour jobs, trying to earn money for their families and pay off the mortgage or pay the rent. You don't think that those people are under stress? You don't think that they resort to shoplifting and so on? And yes, people are thieving from supermarkets and stuff, but those people are the dregs of society. They're the trash, right? Yet it seems bizarre that someone who is in the top 1% of income earners would thieve. That doesn't make it any less worse, and the value of the items allegedly stolen were high enough to be difficult for someone on an MP salary to afford. Basically, it sounds like she liked having really nice luxury things, didn't have the money for it, so just thought that, oh well, I'm a socialist, this is all mine anyway, I'll just take it. It's not as if this was a one-off moment of madness. There are at least 3 incidents, and this is right? We only know of at least 3 which have been reported. Who knows how much stuff she has stolen across all the years, right? How many more were there? A truly contrite person would actually apologize to the victims, and she didn't at all. The resignation was stated to be the best thing for Ghahraman's mental health. Who gives a shit? Right? What about the people that you thieved against? That isn't why she should resign. The resignation should have been about the fact that you can't be an MP and commit serious crimes. Both her statement and the co-leader statements made it all about her rather than the victims and the importance of MPs not repeatedly breaking the law. Absolutely correct, David. Golriz, like all of us, is imperfect. Few of us never stuff up, do something we regret. You shouldn't judge people by the worst thing they've done, but by their overall contribution. When you do stuff up, you should be contrite. Exactly. You did not take ownership, Golriz Ghahraman, because you tried to give excuses. You say they weren't excuses, you're trying to explain what happened, but they were absolutely excuses, and you knew, or whoever your PR firm people were, knew that it will be run like this in the MSM, mainstream media, because you're their darling, because you tick all the boxes. You're not white, you're female, you're a refugee, and you're on the left. 4 boxes ticked already. So of course you're their darling. They'll do everything they can to try and protect you, but you've done something which is so bad that not even the mainstream media can protect you. And I just hope that we don't have to listen to all your rants and ravings anymore now that you're no longer an MP, because no one's ever going to take you any seriously anyway, except for your hardcore supporters who are dyed-in-the-wool socialists or communists. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, as I said, give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.